Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're
located in the Music City. This building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch. For him, coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, it became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Oh, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Vannett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good. First and 10.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Tannehill. Open man is Samuel. Complete. So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner in MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Tannehill on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They look good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Escaping the pressure right.
Got this complete to Racey McMath.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Racey McMath
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now Garoppolo. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Tannehill. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, this defense, they probably thought they were done with Julio Jones when he was shipped out of Atlanta. They had him twice a year. They'd have faced him when he was in the NFC South. But now he's in Tennessee, and they've got to cover him again here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This will be caught at Samuel. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there for New Orleans. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Garoppolo on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Nick Vannett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Henry again on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And the Saints are right back in this football game. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And
the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down and 8.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Callaway, the return man.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender,
and he works free. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. No surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Count away the return man. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Garoppolo again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Saints are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now it's Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tannehill looking to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Callaway, the return man. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Garoppolo. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.